Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Gibline Global Call for tonight. We're excited that you're here, and it's nice to have another information call here and an overview of what we're doing and what we're all about. And Jim, I can tell you, things are still happening quite frequently here. We got lots of activity going. You got anything you want to add to that?
Yeah, sure. You know, up in Canada here, it's getting colder, but Giblink's still cooking, Kerry.
Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah,
that's for sure. I mean, we just keep on rolling. So it's very cool, and it's so neat to see people coming in from all different parts of the world and enjoying the services that Giblink has to offer. So that's great, folks, and we certainly appreciate your efforts getting the information out there and educating people on the global opportunity with Giblink. It's big, 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 as we've said so many times in the past. So, Kerry, that being said, I'll pass it back to you. You can say a few words and introduce our speakers for tonight.
Thank you very much, Jim. Yeah, I guess everybody's anxiously waiting for the last official meeting of the week here before we go into another productive weekend. So without further ado, folks, I guess we better bring on Tim. Are you out there, Tim, the communications director?
I certainly am, Kerry. How you doing tonight?
Oh, real good, buddy. Yeah, how are you doing? It's good to have you here.
Doing pretty good. It's been an exciting week around here, and a lot's taken place. And of course, the week's not quite over yet, so there may be more surprises. No. How's the week been for you? How's the pulse of the community out there?
Oh, it's chugging right along. People always have questions here and there, but a growing business and a whole new opportunity that people haven't seen before. It's just, I think the pulse is great. People are excited, and we're raring to go with some more information if you can provide it.
Sure, absolutely. Well, for all of you who are with us for the first time tonight, you've been invited by someone in our community, or you're already a member of the Gibline community and you're making your first appearance on a call. We want to, of course, welcome you, but also give you a bit of background. One of the interesting things about Giblink is that the more you understand about how we got here, the more full your vision of this company will become. It's very easy to put this company and a lot of other companies into a bit of a box and to really miss some of the more important and exciting aspects of what it is that they do day to day. The bottom line is this. From the beginning of the Internet, people have been trying to find different ways to connect to each other. And there are so many different ways now that that's possible. It started off with bulletin boards, and then it evolved into, a more sophisticated email, and then, of course, there were chat rooms and different things like that. But it reached its peak with the birth of what we now call social networking. Companies like MySpace and Facebook, other companies, actually brought resources to bear and created a more dynamic environment where people could connect. But up until very recently, there had never really been a context for people to actually discuss and to share business ideas. There was not a community of entrepreneurs who were connected through the same social networking platform. And that is the void into which Giblink stepped. Giblink was created to be a place where people come to be connected across the globe to other like-minded entrepreneurs. And the way we built this community and the way we built this company is around a very simple philosophy. If we really want to be successful, we've all got to pull together. If we really want to win, we need to win as a team. So many times in the past, entrepreneurs who don't necessarily have maybe the infrastructure or the resources of someone else find themselves squashed by efforts of maybe more moneyed people or people who seem to have deeper pockets or more resources. And so what Giblink sought to do was to level the playing field and to create an environment where everyone could cooperate together. And one of the ways that's possible is that Giblink incorporates a number of different tools and a number of different sites that allow you to do two things to your core business. You solidify your core business and you expand your core business. whatever business that you're in, you need people. You need to connect to people. You need to be able to have relationships with people. You need to be able to talk to people. The greatest idea in the world is not a great idea if nobody's around to hear you talk about it. So the bottom line is you need an audience, and Gibline provides just that. But it provides the right kind of audience. It provides an audience of people who understand how the internet works, people who understand what it means to really start a business and run that business on the internet, people who also understand what it is to run businesses outside of the internet. This is not just for internet entrepreneurs. This is for anybody who believes in the power of business and wants to be a part of the next evolution of business on the globe. This is a much smaller world than the one that most of us became familiar with as we were growing up and things like that. The world has changed a great deal. And now you can be just as closely, actually you can be probably more closely connected to someone half a world away from you than you may be connected to your neighbor. That's an amazing thought when you think about it. But Gibline is the highest evolution of that concept. And so what we allow you to do is using various advertising platforms, using some of the different ways that we can be connected through forums and chats and all these different types of things, you can use your network to solidify your business. You can set it down in stone and let the world know that you're here. But in addition to that, you can expand your core. Anything that has a solid infrastructure, anything that has a real value and a real meat on the bones of it requires some infrastructure. And what Gibline has done is it's provided you with an infrastructure. We allow you to break into a multi-billion-dollar industry in terms of web services. We allow you to get into something that would ordinarily take a tremendous amount of resources and effort, not just to start, but to maintain. And we allow you to stake your claim so that when you talk to all of these different people that you speak to during the course of a day who say they're starting businesses or they have a great idea and they need a website or they need a domain name or they need various web services, you are now a provider of those services, and now you bring something different to the conversation. Now you're someone who can answer questions. You're someone who can provide solutions, and all that does is expands your core business. But in addition to that, there are some other commitments that the founders and owners of Gibline made in the very beginning, and the main one was to make sure that as we grow, we actually share the success, the financial benefits with the rest of the community. And thus was born a tremendous revenue sharing plan. And our co-founder and co-owner, Ron Snodgrass, is on with us tonight. And Ron, if you would, just kind of walk us through some of the high points of this incredible revenue sharing plan.
I'd love to. The way we had structured the revenue sharing in the community, everything from the basic concept of Gibline all the way through this revenue sharing vision that we have, is if you look at the major companies out there, the Facebooks, the MySpaces, the YouTube, they're all successful in their own industry that they tailor to. What we figured is, okay, we've got entrepreneurs that need a way to communicate